Do you ever feel like there's just not enough time in the day? We all get the same 24 hours, so why do some people seem to achieve more with their time than others? The answer? Good time management. Time management is the process of organizing and planning how to divide your time between different activities. Get it right and you'll end up working smarter, not harder, to get more done in less time, even when the time is tight and pressure is high. In today's video, we're going to outline 5 principles that will help you effectively manage your time. Please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get started. The first strategy is to create a system that you enjoy using and looking at. The best way to manage time effectively is to create systems that work for you and make you feel good every time that you look at it. If you feel like old-fashioned pen and paper, then you do that. There are a number of different ways for you to implement that. For me personally, I like using a to-do app. And I use the to-do app to make sure that I can just click off the things that I have to get done. I enjoy setting a timer and seeing the notifications and scratching it off. And it's just how I personally like to work. Well, every person needs to make sure that they're finding their thing in the system that makes the most sense for them. The next strategy is to plan better by being realistic. It's one thing to want to get everything done. It's another thing to be realistic about what you can do in the time frame that you can do it. Managing time effectively means managing expectations realistically. One way to do this is by taking the task at hand and figuring out how many hours it's actually going to take for you to get it done. Then break down the hours per day, doing a bit of work each day until the task is complete. For example, if you have a large project that you think will take about 10 hours to make a dent in, look at your calendar and figure out when you can realistically dedicate those hours to accomplishing that task. Can you do 2 hours each morning for the next 5 days? Can you do an hour for 10 days? Be realistic and then commit to what you decide to do. The next tip is for you to work when you work best. What I mean by that is you want to make sure that you're identifying times in your day where you are actually able to get the job done. Are you a morning person or an evening person, etc.? It's not enough just to have a to-do list, but you have to carve out time in your day in order for you to focus on that particular task at hand. For example, if you have a project that requires a lot of concentration and you are at your best in the morning, then carve out time in the morning to do the project. Even if it's just 3 hours, work on things when you are at your best to work at them. Don't just put it on your to-do list and assume you get it done at some point. Identify times in your schedule that works best for you. The fourth strategy is to have a filler list. One of the things that I actually like doing is the feeling of knowing that I've accomplished a certain number of tasks. There's a sense of accomplishments that happens when I cross off that list off my app and I feel like I've actually gotten a number of things done. Well, the thing you want to do is make sure that you create some filler items that don't require too much time, but allow you to be able to get these things done quickly. The last strategy is to break things down. Part of the reasons why we do not actually effectively manage our time effectively is because we don't necessarily want to do the task because it may be too daunting or too big. One of the best ways for you to accomplish your particular goals in life and in your particular day is to make sure that you just chunk your items accordingly. This issue is hyper-focused on the idea of procrastination. And one of the reasons why people procrastinate is because they may assume that a task is really way too big. And as a result, they may choose to let that item linger and let that be the last thing that they choose to do. My recommendation with this is that you want to make sure that you're not only breaking it down, but you want to just prioritize those big things over the course of smaller chunks of time. And as a bonus tip, one of the recommendations that I always stress is that you want to make sure that you are celebrating your wins and your successes. What does that mean? Maybe it's an opportunity for you to take a 10-minute break to play an app or read a book or just implement some type of breathing strategy or game. In the end, celebrate your successes, celebrate your wins. That way you can mentally prepare yourself for the task at hand. Use these strategies to help you with your time management approach. Please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and thanks for watching.